Hey guys, this is Jason with Glitch in the System, and I have been using Davinci Resolve for a couple weeks now for video editing, and I really like it. It's a great way to quickly edit and add a lot of cool effects and make my videos a lot more interesting that I post on Udemy and YouTube. So I am going to share with you some issue that I found probably last week when I first started using it. So everything was working fine with the video. I could do stuff and all that, but there was an issue with the audio where when I played, you can see there's no sound. So first thing I checked obviously is the volume is up. Another thing I checked is to make sure that the actual video had sound. I also have a piece of paper on the side where I'm going to lay out my screws. And you can hear that the video indeed does have sound. So I know it wasn't any of that. And you can see that the application knows the video has sound because you can see all of these little squiggly lines everywhere. I don't know what the technical term is for it. All the squiggly lines are showing up. So it knows that there is sound in the video. So I looked online and I found that most people were able to resolve this by going to Davinci Resolve, Preferences, Video and Audio, and by default it's set to use system settings, but change it to manual, and then you'll have to choose your device. For my case it's speakers, and then you have to choose a left and a right, because by default when you change it, it just goes unassigned, and save it. Sometimes you'll have to restart Davinci Resolve, and that'll fix it a lot of the times. For me it did not, and I saw one post about a guy who found that they had some audio application that was kind of blocking or making it not work, and after disabling that, he was able to get Davinci Resolve working. So I took a look at my taskbar here, and I have Voice Meter, which I use for making my microphone sound better. I have a Blue Snowball microphone, so I use it to make it sound better when I'm recording videos. I tried uninstalling that, restarting Davinci Resolve, but it was still not playing any audio. So one thing to notice, I have an Asus Strix Rog gaming laptop is what I'm using for my editing, and that's the computer I have. And by default, they have something installed called Sonic Studio 3. So Sonic Studio 3 is a utility that allows you to kind of edit your sound preferences to make gaming and whatever other audio that's coming out of the system sound better. So I'm like, oh, that sounds suspect, right? So what I did was I did an exit on Sonic Studio 3, and you can see it's gone now. And then I try to play, but still can't hear sound. But what I actually have to do is I have to actually go in and close Davinci Resolve. And one thing I like to do when I close Davinci Resolve is go into the Task Manager and look for Davinci, because it actually takes a little while for Davinci to close all the way down. So you saw all those processes closed, and then the final Davinci process closed. That means it's done, and now you can double click on the icon, and now it will try to load the application. If you try to do that before that happens, Davinci Resolve will not open up, and you'll basically just keep on having to double click on the icon until it opens and you see this lovely loading screen here. Okay, so once Davinci Resolve loads, we can test out that audio. Alright, so Davinci Resolve is back up and running. I'm going to load that video project that I was working on. And here it is, and now if I press play, now you should be able to hear that audio that I was talking about. Okay, so hopefully this helps you out. So if you have an Asus Rog Strix, then I recommend disabling that. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to actually uninstall that because I've had it off for a couple weeks now, and I haven't really noticed anything different audio-wise from my computer. So I'm just going to uninstall it. If I ever need to reinstall it again, I can just download it from the website and reinstall it. But I think I can live without it, and it's kind of annoying to have to disable it every time I reboot my computer, because there was no option to not have it run at startup. So just getting rid of it altogether is my solution here. Okay, so I hope you found this video useful, and if you're one of the people that have an Asus computer that has the Sonic Studio 3 installed and trying to use Davinci Resolve and not getting any audio out of your system, then hopefully this worked for you just like it worked for me. And yeah, that's it. You guys have a good one.